The events of 1979 in Tselinograd were the demonstration of residents of Tselinograd, Kokshetau and Karganda, which took place in June 16, 1979 against the government decision to create a German autonomy region in northern Kazakhstan. Main reason of creating German autonomy to prevent the mass departure of Germans to their historic homeland. Moscow's goal of creating a new homeland and German autonomy region in Kazakhstan, where some 936,000 Germans lived at the time. The organizers of the demonstration were the authorities of Kazakh SSR, which initially didn't support the idea of creating German autonomy. According to former first secretary of the Communist Party of the Kazakhstan Kunaev, a similar proposal was put forward by KGB chairman Andronov. It was decided to choose Yermentau, located in Tselinograd, now Akhmala region, as the center of the future autonomy. Everything was done as usually secretly, clumsily, without taking into account the opinion of the local population, without taking into account the important factors that the lands of Ermentau district had historical significance for the Kazakh. In the morning of June 13, 1979, groups of Kazakh Yas began to gather in mass in the secretary of Tselinograd near Lenin Square 5. The Yas carrier banner Kazakh is invisible and no to German autonomy, gives the authorities an ultimatum and demand an answer to the question what fade away the Kazakh in their own land and what will happen to autonomy as a result. The authorities agreed to the demonstration demands and accused that the issue of German autonomy in Kazakhstan was completely on the edge of the agenda. December 1986, rising in Alma-Ata, the reason for uprising was the change of the top leadership in Kazakhstan. Long before the criticism of Republic's leadership and personally against first secretary of the Central Committee has begun from Alma-Ata to Moscow. On December 15, 1986, member of PSU Central Committee Gorbachev and first secretary Communist of Party of the Kazakhstan Kunaev regional party came to Almaty. On the morning of December 16, the plenum of the Central Committee of the Communist Party of Kazakhstan was held. There was on issue of the organization. The plenum was at only 18 minutes. For such a short time, one of the most important issues was decided. The change of political leadership might, instead of him hoping before his election, had never worked in the Republic and was unknown to absolute majority of the commissions was elected. In other words, the head of Republic was chosen as a person who wasn't connected with Kazakhstan and didn't know the local condition. This was perceived as an insult to the Kazakh people and caused a spontaneous protest. Young people, there were about 25,000-30,000 of them, came out with slogans like "To every nation, it is our leader, long life." Lenin's idea, we were for voluntary convergence of nations, not forced down with Colvin. We are for interpreters of Kazakhstan. Soon the distributed assessment of situation transmits to the center. Moscow provided the basic for a decision to send special units for internal troops for the other regions of country to Alma-Ata. The authorities tried to present to the demonstrators to the people as alcoholic and drug addicts. It was necessary to use force against such hooligan crowds hostile to the population. Undoubtedly, the December events and events in Tselinograd played a general positive role in the history of Kazakhstan because they contributed to the development of initial consciousness of the Kazakh had in impact on society as a whole. In its political consciousness, there were powerful shocks for Kazakh society, especially for its Kazakh part, which experienced a very strong shock. These events were manifestation of the protest of the usual population against the dictator, the totally Russian regime of center, which trampled the rights of our people to life, to develop their language and culture.